Henry Ford, father of the automobile, inventor of the assembly line, shaper of the American auto industry. That's what most people think. Here's the truth. Ford was founded in 1903 by Henry Ford, and the misconception that he was the inventor of the car is just that, a misconception. In 1885, Carl Benz designed and built a car powered by a gasoline engine. This car was made in Germany. It was the first car to ever be granted a patent. Another fact that is not as widely known is that the Dodge brothers of Detroit, Michigan are in many ways responsible for Ford's success. Horace Dodge was a gifted mechanic, and John Francis Dodge was a skilled financer. The two brothers met with Henry Ford. In that meeting, Ford asked them to make the parts for his cars. They were so impressed by the proposition that they risked their business's future on the contract with him. Under the terms of the contract with Ford, the Dodge brothers agreed to give Ford $7,000 worth of automotive parts and $3,000 in cash that he needed to start his company. The Dodges would receive 10% stake in the Ford Motor Company and all of the Ford assets if Ford were to go bankrupt. Soon, Dodge was manufacturing every part for Ford, except for the bucket-board wooden seats and the rubber tires. The first car made by Ford sold for $850. At the time of the sale, Ford only had $223.65 left in the bank account and was almost bankrupt. However, cash flow went only in one direction after that first sale, and that direction was up. In 1914, Henry Ford finished his River Road manufacturing plant in Detroit. Its completion meant that he no longer needed Dodge to manufacture parts for his cars anymore. Ford offered to lease the Dodge's plant and to run it himself. Dodge suggested several improvements to the Model T along the way, due to several known weaknesses, but Ford refused these improvements because it would increase the cost of manufacturing the car and hurt the sales. The Dodge brothers did not like this fact. Knowing all of the Model T's weaknesses, they set out to build their own car. This car, which they'd build in their own factory, would include all of these improvements. They would also use their profits from their dealings with Ford, as well as their dividends of the Ford stock they still owned, to bankroll their new company. In 1913, Dodge announced they'd stop building Ford cars and would design, build, and sell their own cars. And on July 15, 1914, the Dodge brothers made their last Ford part. The Michigan Manufacturing and Financial Record claimed on August 1914 that the Dodge brothers' quality production had been the silent, compelling factor behind the record-breaking sales of Ford. November 14, 1914, the first Dodge car rolled off the assembly line. It was better than the Model T in every way, but was only $100 more. Ford was not too pleased that the dividends he paid to Dodge were being used to bankroll his competition, so in 1916 he announced that he would stop paying dividends to all shareholders. Sometime after this, Dodge sued to get what they were owed in back dividends. In a scheme to buy his stocks back and avoid paying future dividends to Dodge, Ford announced in December 1918 that he was retiring from Ford and turned over control to his son. On March 5, 1919, the Los Angeles Examiner broke a story that Ford was organizing another company to build a cheaper, mass-produced car on a great scale that would sell for $250. If this was true, then it would put the Dodge brothers out of business. The Dodge brothers and other minority shareholders found themselves mysteriously approached in the following weeks by would-be Ford share purchasers. The Dodge brothers saw through Ford's plan, but decided to sell their stock anyway, to be done with Ford once and for all. As they suspected, Ford's announcement of a new company was false after all. And so began the Ford Motor Company, and the way they did business, only caring about production and profit, no matter who it hurt on the way to the top.